Whatever it is that you may be facing today, know this as a child of God, that you are not powerless. Now, in our nourish scripture this week in Luke 18:1-8, Jesus talks about the power of persistent prayer through the story of the persistent widow. And he's teaching his disciples, and he speaks to us today and says, always pray and never, ever give up. Well, I don't know about you, but when I face situations that seem overwhelming, or when I look in the world and see the brokenness and the injustice going on, it can make us feel overwhelmed and it can make us feel powerless. And in fact, I think Jesus knew that, because this parable in Luke 18 falls right on the heels of when Jesus is describing to his disciples of all the trials that will come in a broken world. Jesus knew that we would feel this way. He knew that when we were praying and we would not see answer to prayer, that oftentimes we might lose heart. And so he places strategically this parable inside of the Gospel of Luke to inspire us to always pray and never give up. Now, back in biblical times, widows were some of the most powerless people because they didn't have husbands. And inside of our scripture this week, the widow, there's no mention of a family member. She is by herself. But with persistently asking this judge, she receives justice. And that is what God is calling us and inspiring us to do, is to pray and never, ever give up. Have you experienced a delay, perhaps in a prayer request that you've given, and because of that delay, your prayer life has faded? I've been there. And through the parable this week in our nourish scripture, God inspired me to know that often delays have divine intentions, and to keep on praying and never give up. Do you feel powerless, perhaps in a situation with your child, or maybe it is with your health, or maybe it is with your marriage, and you've prayed about it, but you haven't seen the answer yet? Pray and never give up. Do you watch TV or you read a Facebook post and you hear about the sex trafficking or abuse of women, and do you feel like me, just sometimes so overwhelmed? Pray, 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 and never give up. You see, your prayers are powerful. Oh, I would just so love to pray for you. I love our Facebook family, and I would love nothing more to pray for you. So leave me a comment below or message me on Facebook.